It is wash day.
What is up, my gang? Thank you for clicking on another video. Welcome back. Not only am I showing you my dramatic wash day scenes, but of course I gotta talk about what's on my mind, right? I just love being fully present on wash days, but also just having time to reflect. Quick rundown of what we're doing today. As you can see, I'm dyeing my hair jet black. Your girl has been wanting to go blonde. I feel like we all had that moment where we just want to dye our hair. If you haven't already, I know you've had the thoughts, and I'm having the thoughts right now, but then, you know, I feel like I'm always thinking long term, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it because I see what the other blondes be going through, and I don't know. I might just have to stick to my jet black. We'll just see though, but this is the vibes for today. I just love a jet black compared to my natural brown. I'm going to go in with the conditioner that Dark and Lovely provides. I'm going to shampoo with Sacred today because if you know, you know, I'm using what's in my stash, and Sacred is what's in my stash. Will it be in my stash in the future? We shall see. I actually do enjoy that shampoo. And then we're gonna use one of my favorite deep conditioners, and then we're gonna do a bomb wash and go, but more on that later. But listen, the girls are quitting their jobs. Not just the girls, but you get my point. There is a huge wave of people leaving their jobs, quitting the 9-to-5s, wanting more freedom. Am I one of those girls? Of course I am. I know so many times I've already said on this channel, chat, I do not like doing the hard things a lot of the time. Sometimes I'm up for the challenge, but a lot of the times I just want to chill. How can I get the best results with the lowest amount of effort? And I think that is a lot of people's mindsets in my generation right now. I think there's some benefits and there's some consequences of thinking that way. I do currently work at a 9-to-5 at the time I am posting this video. If you are a part of the original gang, then you know the subscriber count is not even 3K right now, okay? I am getting paid, but baby, it's paying for gas in the car, which I'm totally grateful for. However, please trust and believe I have another job, okay? So let's talk about that job. Would I like more money? Would I like more flexibility? Would I like a better work-life balance? Do I sometimes feel like my job just feels like busy work? I get so caught up in the idea that we are on a floating piece of rock and none of this really matters except eating and getting sunlight. Definitely. And I think a lot of people might feel that sentiment and is the reason why they're quitting. For many of us, it's about freedom. But with freedom, we have to learn balance, which is something I am learning right now. Would I like this YouTube channel to take off and bring in 120K months like we be seeing on the internet? That's what the girls are doing? Of course. I think many of us are striving for that. We see a rise in content creation because what? Who wouldn't want to work for yourself, making money like that, and feel like you're still fulfilling some type of purpose, some type of meaning? But I'm also learning that just because it looks easier, just because it seems to have so much freedom, so much money, and let's also keep in mind how easy it is to deceive on these apps. With huge impact like that still comes with huge responsibility, huge self-discipline, and consistency. When I get so frustrated with my 9-to-5 job, I force myself, even though it doesn't take much to be grateful, but I become so filled with gratitude because I know that it's teaching me those things. even when I'm upset, even when I don't want to do things, listen, I still have to get it done. And I think our generation is kind of losing sight of that. I watched one video, and by the way, I'm gonna link some very beautifully well done YouTube videos that I've been watching on this topic in the description box. But someone had said something about our generation is losing hope. And when you do not have hope, you care very less about what you are doing today. If I don't have a future, what does it matter what I do today? And that influencing why so many people are leaving their jobs. If I don't see a future in this job, then why am I here today? It's so, and I of course don't have all the answers. I'm not going to have all the answers in this one video. In all of my videos, side note, you're not going to find the answer in a video. You're not going to find an answer in one person. Life is a journey. Therefore, the answers are going to be spread out within time. But back to my point, you need hope and optimism to get to where you're going, especially if you're not where you want to be, whether that's a 9-to-5 or whatever. Having consistent routines that keep you grounded will keep you hopeful. And one of my favorite routines over the years, if you could not guess it, is my wash day. It is a time where I'm not focused on my 9-to-5. I'm not focused on how much money I got in my pocket, but it is a time where, you know, I can just be myself, listen to my music, and take care of myself. And just like in life, when I skip steps in my routine, things get chaotic. But when I'm consistent, I see results. And I feel like results help with your hope. Listen, this wash and go, if you know, you know, I'm using products in the stash. I think I already said that in this video. I feel like one of my favorite things about using what I got instead of just running to the store is like making up my own little wash and go combos. And just know, if you're watching this, it turned out exactly how I wanted it to. These are just two really good products. I wish I could say I picked this ingredient to go with this ingredient and no. I just said, listen, I need moisture, I need definition. Who can do that for me? And these products came to the front, and of course I mixed them together just to make sure they didn't clump on me before putting it in my hair. I don't know if you peeped during the shower scenes, but I have been applying my products from my ends to my roots, and baby, it's a game changer. So just know. I love analogies. I love when small things in life can compare to the bigger things in life, such as my hair journey compared to my career journey. Both require commitment, patience, and trial and error. Something I think is important to remember when navigating through these times of, should I stay at this job? Should I go? Like this girl on YouTube quit her job that was paying her very well, but was still compromising her mental health. And I feel like I'm in that same position. Like, girl, I get you. I think the number one thing we have to ask ourselves is, what is our vision? What do we want to do? Who do we want to be? How do I want to spend my time? Because our daily habits, our daily routines are shaping our future. What you are doing now is shaping your future. And if the job that you're at is not contributing in any way to where you want to be, then self-discipline, determination, motivation will be that much harder. And I'm not saying that you can quit your job and wake up tomorrow with your dream job, but I'm saying that wherever you are headed, like, make that picture as clear as possible. Don't get too specific, because I don't know if you're like me, but I get caught up in the details a lot. But having a bigger picture, for example, when I decided to go natural, I had no details of like, okay, my hair is going to look like this, it's going to be exactly like this, whatever. I went into weekly wash days just thinking to myself like, wow, I'm going to have a big curly afro one day, and I know that the habits that I'm doing today is going to get me there. Honestly, working on everything else, like one step at a time, one day at a time. And let me say this, wherever you are envisioning your future, it's going to take hard work. It's going to take determination. It's going to take self-discipline. I don't think we can get to freedom without self-discipline. At the end of the day has to end and things have to get done. We still have responsibilities even if we're floating on a piece of rock and nothing matters. If we could just intentionally, consciously choose our hard, that is one of my favorite quotes because it's hard. Any way you look at it, there's going to be difficulties, there's going to be challenges. But if you choose what you're willing to sacrifice for, what you're willing to put the work in for, it will make it just a little bit easier. Not my camera dying on me. This is actually a couple days later. If you watched my last video, first of all, shout out to you. Hi, what's up? If you didn't, you should watch it. I talk a little bit more about my hair care day. I feel like I didn't really touch much on this wash day, but I did show you exactly what I did. Of course, have everything that I used in the description box as well. Right now, I'm using the hydrating mist from Pattern. I'm trying to get into like using a little bit of product to refreshen my wash and goes, just to keep them hydrated, just to keep them manageable. But listen, my hair stayed so soft and manageable this whole week. I actually had to go to work this day and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of wearing my hair down at work because I just feel like my hair rubbing on my shoulders all day is just not a vibe. Okay, so I need to start incorporating more hairstyles and more updos because I feel like that really helps my ends, protect my ends, and therefore helps with length retention. So I know I've gotten some requests for some hairstyle videos. I got you, maybe soon. You gotta subscribe just so you don't miss it. But this is one of my go-to styles right now, the claw clip shawty side story. I actually lost my favorite claw clip that I got from my mommy. I have no idea where she bought it from, and it was like the perfect size, and I was so upset that I couldn't find it. Y'all, I really started crying. I'm such a crybaby. Does anyone know where I can get big hair clips, like big claw clips for thick hair? Because the ones that these girls are using are not thick enough. Like, I can only use them when my hair is wet, but when my hair is, you know, curly, and even here my hair is not as big as it usually gets, I need a huge claw clip. So I'm gonna be on a search for that. If you have any recommendations, please drop it in the comments to let me know. This wash and go, no flaking, absolutely no flaking whatsoever. No crunch, baby, no crunch. It was soft. If you give this wash and go a try, you have to let me know. I haven't seen anybody use these products together, and I did use the midnight train leave-in before applying the products. Again, everything's gonna be listed in order in the description box. And also another side note, because I had to get some things off my chest this video, obviously, so forgive me for not really talking through my wash day. But I also did not use a brush this entire wash day. I strictly finger detangled, and the shedding was minimal. So I'm gonna talk about that a bit more in more videos as they come up, and just some other things. I have a whole lot of things that I still want to share with y'all. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to come back to hear all of those thoughts and ideas. If this resonated with you, you have to let me know in the comments. If you're rethinking your job, if you're struggling with a work-life balance, or what routines help you stay grounded, I would love to know. Until next time, my love, so much peace and so much balance. I'll see you next video. Deuces.